a young lad, there was a group called the Proclaimers, and they had a song, 500 miles. I would walk 500 miles. Rod Mackenzie, today I drove 500 miles plus 12 and a half hours. Are we going to catch a cod?
I hope so, mate. But not only do I hope we're going to catch a cod, I hope we're going to get one off the surface.
Now, that's a big call because cod, they do feed on the surface. In fact, a friend of mine the other day said he saw a cod eat a duck. They'll actually come up from the snags into surface lure.
That's it, boof, gone. So, yeah, we sort of got the right time, bit of low light, and we'll sneak down and see what happens.
If we get a cod taking a lure off the surface, I will proclaim, as the Proclaimers did, that this rod is the cod god. Let's go find one, mate. Cod on surface, you're a brave man.
I reckon we can do this, Paul.
Oh, if we can do this, I'll be a very excited man. So, if a cod hits the surface lure, what do?
You just don't panic, mate, which is a really hard thing not to do.
Good luck with that. So just a slow wind?
Just a slow, steady wind, mate.
Technically, normally, when you go fishing, you need water. What's the go?
Mate, we'll talk about the water later. At the moment, while we've got this light, let's get some fish off the top.
Are you telling me it's prime time?
It's prime time.
Let's go fishing. Where do I put it, Rod?
I would go right up in the fork of that tree, mate.
Or on just on the side of it?
On the other side.
That'll do too?
Yeah.
Slow wind like that?
Yep, that's it. Nice little paddling action.
I'm nervous. I know there's fish in there. Oh, yes!
Come on, got him.
Got him!
Good boy.
Oh, I just said, I know there's fish in there.
Not a bad fish either, Paul. Oh, he's pulled,
he's
mate.
pulled the hooks.
He's pulled. He would have been a metre.
Oh.
But that's a fine line between catching and not. Surface fishing,
Yep.
it's really hard to hook them because they've got to draw that lure off the top. You had him though.
I had him. How was the take? You just can't went bang after I said I know there's fish in there. And he actually swam towards me.
Yep.
And I had a good bend in the rod, but
yeah, that just happens, mate. It's a part of fishing.
that is amazing. A big Murray Cod on surface, Rod. You said we'd get the bite?
Yeah, no, I think we'll get more, mate. We need to stay connected.
Just watch my knees. They're like this.
Poke it down in that little gap. See little gap there?
Yep. What have we got, mate?
Well, it's not what we wanted, Paul, but it's a fish.
It's a fish, and it's a beautiful fish. Now, I call this a yellow belly. What do you call it?
I call it a golden perch or a yellow belly, mate.
And if you're in South Australia, you might call it a callop. As far as eating goes, how do they eat?
Yeah, they're good, mate. I don't want to feed of these. Not much bigger than this one.
Yep.
That's probably a maximum I'd keep for the table, but yeah, a good eating fish.
Now, another great Australian native, my question, how has he survived to get to this size with the size of the cod we've seen in this river?
I reckon, mate, he would probably be one of the most nervous fish in the river.
Hang on. I can feel him, he's shaking. Hang on, what's that? He'd prefer the frying pan than going back. Well, tough break, mate, you're going back. Tell the cod we're looking for him. Well done, mate.
Yeah, good day.
So Rod, 3 or 4 years ago, we would be 30 to 40 foot underwater now.
That's it, mate. She was running a banker about 4 years ago. The Abby's by the millions.
Yep.
Plenty of water. You'd have never thought you'd be like this just in such a short period of time, would you?
It's crazy now. You've literally got the fish all holed up in areas in the deep bends where they're literally now fighting for their life. Stupid question, why is there no water in the Darling River?
Well, I believe, Paul, and I'm pretty sure it went down in environmental flows, mate.
What's that actually mean?
Well, they push water from the Menindee Lakes down through the Darling into the Murray River. series of environmental flows, and check this environment out. This is a very short period of time later. The Murray's still holding well, you know, but this place is, well, as you can see, there's not too much water.
And if it continues and no more water comes, you're literally going to have a situation where all the aquatic life dies.
Well, it could possibly happen, mate. I mean, there's no water coming at the moment, unless we have a super wet season, you know, like a winter. Menindee lakes are still got to fill.
Yep.
You know, I feel sorry for the farmers and the fish, for sure, you know. It's a situation that's probably could have been avoided.
Not a good look. So it's not global warming that's done this?
No, mate.
It's not global warming. Just some bad luck and possibly some bad management.
Yeah.
Yep, gotcha. Oh, that's a nice fish. Just thought I'd have a bit of a cast and get out into the deep water. And we literally just keep driving a couple hundred metres, finding some water, having a cast, doing some prospecting. Yeah, look at that nice little yellow. And I just have a feeling that things are starting to turn, and as it gets later and later in the day, that's when the cod are going to come on. And there's a beautiful yellow belly, and freshwater fishing, there's something special about it. It's very hard to explain, but to catch a fish out of fresh water, it's a great feeling. I mean, Australia, what a beautiful place. We've seen kangaroos today, major Mitchell cockatoos, all sorts of wildlife. You're going to be able to have a cast, catch a fish and let it go. Makes you feel pretty good about being alive. Well, my goal is to catch a big Murray cod on a surface lure. There's nothing like that excitement of bang, and it all happens. The lure I'm using, it's called a coolabung cod cracker. And you can see it's jointed, so that little tail there wiggles at the back. And it's got these massive wings on the front, which literally goes side to side, much like a bird when you're trolling for marlin, and you're using it as a teaser. So side to side, stays on the surface, obviously floating. When the cod eats it, you know all about it. A lot of people are going to be interested as to what gear I'm using for Murray cod, because you've got the potential to come across a monster fish, but you still want to enjoy the smaller ones. This rod is a Shimano Raider 2-piece. It's called a Cod Raider, obviously very good for Murray cod. The reel, Shimano Sitica 200. All the Shimano bait casts are fantastic, and I've gone for 45-pound fins, 40G braid. It is so tough, I just love it. 60-pound leader and a beautiful lure. All we need now is a few more cod. Well, even though we're losing light, this is the perfect time for fishing for cod, and particularly fishing for cod on surface lures. So I've still got this coolabung on that I've pretty much had on all day. I'm just going to pepper this snag until we run out of sun, and fingers crossed, if the fishing gods are looking after us, I'm just going to get one good hit, and it's going to be the Murray cod we need. I'm not giving up until that sun disappears and it is black as a dog's guts. Gotcha!
Got him?
Yep. Just got to get him out.
You got him. You got him.
Yep.
Well done.
His tail come right out of the water then. And how good is that? 12 hours into it, Rod?
Mate, it was worth it, wasn't it? A nice fish.
A beautiful fish. Now, I don't see a net. Ooh. Are we going to have an issue here?
No, I hope not.
Proper preparation prevents pathetic performance, Rod.
That's what they say.
Oh, he's a nice fish.
He is a beauty.
He's solid.
And off the top, Paul. Not many blokes can say they've caught a cod that big off the top.
And how good is that, like to catch a cod on a surface lure?
Well, we haven't got it yet. I actually have to catch it.
Mate, you know what? I have total faith in you. I don't think my crew does, but I have total faith. What a beautiful fish.
He is a beauty, isn't he?
This is just gold. You work so hard all day, Rod.
No, well done, mate.
Now, I've got the gloves on. Do you want me to try?
Well,
No, I'm happy. Do you want to have a go? Well, what do we do here? Do you want to? Maybe we should have a cup of tea and talk about it.
We'll have a look at him and see how well he's hooked.
You got a good grip, mate?
I've got him.
Look at that.
Have a look at that.
Now, you know what this is? Most people would say this is a Murray cod. You know what it is?
No, mate.
This is the result of hard work.
It is.
And there's a lot of kids watching, and no matter what you do in life, you ain't going to succeed unless you use a little bit of hard work.
That's it, mate. Like that's, what was it, 10 hours?
12.
12?
Well, look, I'm not good at math, but we started at 6, and it's well after 6, so it's over 12 hours. But we did sit down for 2 minutes at one stage. How's that bite on the surface?
Beautiful, mate. Well, you're 3 strikes now. I would say, yeah, good fish. I would have to say a beautiful fish.
Well, I'm very impressed. We've tried hard, we've worked hard, and to catch a Murray cod on a surface lure and show you, that to me is what life is all about. This is absolute cod gold. Rod Mackenzie, you've done it again.
You did it, mate.
Well, a little bit of help from him. So Rod, obviously we don't eat the cod, we release the cod.
That's it, mate.
Good work. We'll put him back.
Yeah, no, beautiful fish.
I'm one happy boy.
Yeah, you should be. Off the top.
And away he goes.
No worries.
Cod on a surface lure.
Well done, mate.
You know
Awesome
what?
fish.
It's nice when you go out and you catch 100, but when you work all day, you work really, really hard and you stick to your plan, that is when I love fishing because, man, the feeling right now, it's pretty cool, eh?
Yeah, that's awesome. But I also like catching 100.
Well, look at that steam, and it smells just sensational. Now, this is an Everdewer E2Go barbecue, and the reason I love it, see the big hood there? It keeps the heat in. When I open that, look at that steam. It's basically convention cooking because the heat goes all around the stuff. And if there's one thing men know how to do, it's barbecue. Well, in saying that, we're really good at burning stuff so it looks like charcoal. But very simple canned food, few gourmet snags, or as we say where I come from, some gourmet snags, a few lamb chops, and this is going to taste absolutely amazing. And the good thing is too, nice and juicy, flavours kept in there. I actually snuck back early and prepared a beautiful salad. And I even put it in this container that sort of looks like it was bought from a supermarket just to impress the boys. This is going to be the best feed they've had in a long time. We're going to need some energy because tomorrow we're going to catch ourselves a beautiful Murray cod. Oh, yes! Go, Rod!
He's got me in the timber.
Oh,
Get him out of the timber.
how's the explosion?
Beautiful, mate. Just a little bit different noise on that lure.
Yep,
Seems to have drawn him out. He's not a bad fish.
he's a nice fish. And that was almost working on that. The lure's there, but not making a lot of rattle.
That's it, mate.
Oh, he's a good fish. How's the implosion?
Awesome. He wanted it, didn't he?
He wanted it. And we had a feeling this morning might be a bit of a good bite, didn't
Yeah, and that's on a different style of surface lure.
Yep.
The wake snake, and all that's left of the wake snake is a tail.
we? Now, I have shoes on.
I will
So-
do this, mate.
I might need you to go in and grab the fish, sorry.
That's all right.
He's very similar in size to last
Have a look
fish.
at that. He has woofed it. All you can see is the back end of the lure sticking out.
Aren't they the most incredible looking fish?
They are.
Now, if you need to hold my hand so you don't go in, you're more than welcome.
Right. We get him up.
Yes,
Have a
now,
look at him. Have a look. Like I said, just the tail.
stick it out.
That's a 3-piece lure.
Yep.
A jointed 3-piece lure. And as you can see,
Rod, I have to ask, have you been handling cod long?
he does not want to come in, does he? As you can see, the only joint sticking out of that fish is the back one. That's a nice cod, isn't it?
He's a good fish.
Off the top.
Look at that.
What a beauty.
He's an absolute gem fish. He's a nice long fish too, eh?
Yeah, and mate, this is only a prototype, this lure, soon to be released.
What's it called?
It's called the Coolabung Wake Snake. It makes a little bit different noise to the surface lures.
Yep.
And this fella fell for it. So, yeah, can't ask for more than that.
Absolutely awesome. Murray cod. Now, only place in the world you're going to catch a cod is basically Victoria, New South Wales, South Australia.
No, Queensland too, mate. They're in the impoundments in Queensland.
Of course. I'm talking about our real wild fish.
Yes, no, wild fish, yeah.
And what is the biggest Murray cod you've ever seen in your life, you've laid your own eyes on?
155 centimetres.
Pounds?
Oh, well over 100, mate. Absolute horse.
100 pounds. I reckon that's where the old tale of the bunyip might come from, is a 100-pound cod, Rod. That is a big fish, isn't it?
It is, mate, it is. Right, off you go, buddy.
The one thing you always see when the cod disappears is that big paddle tail, and he's got that white line on top, and that big paddle tail, that gives him power. If you look at fish that swim fast, they've got this tail. If you look at fish with power, they've got the great big paddle with the rounded end, and that's why they hit so hard and go so tough in the snap.